Hey, caterpillars. Why are you calling me caterpillars, you might be asking? Well, the reason why I called you a caterpillar is because we're talking about the letter C today. The letter C. And the word caterpillar begins with letter C. That's what my sentence says. Caterpillars begins with letter C. Caterpillars begins with letter C. C is for caterpillar. K, k, caterpillar. We're working on letter C today. Here is what letter C looks like. We have the uppercase C and the lowercase c. Let's put our finger in the air and air write letter C. We're going to begin with the uppercase or the capital letter C, and then we're going to move on to the lowercase or the small letter C. You can see with your eyes that they look identical, except one is larger than the other. So let's get ready to air write the letter C. Finger up in the air. We're going to start over here and we curve over like that to write our letter C. And you know I like sound effects. So let's make our sound effects as we're writing our letter C. Here we go. That's letter C. Let's do it again. Begin. Stop. Letter C. That's the capital C or uppercase C. Let's air write the lowercase c. It's small. Let's do it. Finger up. Start. Stop. Let's do it again. Start. Stop. Letter C. Letter C. Uppercase C, lowercase c. C is for caterpillar. Caterpillar begins with the letter C. What else begins with the letter C? Are you thinking about that? What begins with letter C? C sounds like k, k, k. Another letter sounds the same. K. Letter K sounds the same as letter C. K. We're thinking of things that begin with the letter C and things that have the k sound. While you're thinking, let's take a look at this poem. It has a lot of letter C words in it. Remember, I told you that when you're reading something and it has a lot of words that begin with the same sound or the same letter, it's called alliteration. So let's take a look at this letter C alliteration poem. Letter C. This girl's name is Carla. I have a cousin named Carla. Carla, as you can see, is holding a cat. What's that in Carla's hand? A comb. That's right. So let's read our poem. I'll read and you read with me. Carla has a cat. She combs its curly coat. K, k, k. Carla combs and combs. Oh, look at that. There's an exclamation point at the end of that sentence. That means I should have read this sentence with excitement. An exclamation point, it shows excitement. So I'm going to read that over. But before I do, I want to point out something. This sentence here, it says, she combs its curly coat. Is this cat wearing a coat? We wear a coat when it's cold outside, don't we? Were you aware that an animal's fur is called its coat? That's why this says she combs its curly coat. All right, so I'm going to read this again, and this time I'm going to read the last sentence with excitement because that's what this exclamation point or exclamation mark is telling me to do, to read this sentence with excitement. Carla has a cat. She combs its curly coat. Carla combs and combs. Did you hear the excitement that time? Carla combs and combs. Carla must be combing that cat's coat a lot, right? That's the sound that letter C makes. Did you think of some words that begin with the K sound? Here's my alphabet soup for the letter C. I'm wondering if some of the things you thought about are contained inside my C soup. Let's find out. But before we do, will you read this with me? C is for cookie and cake so sweet. C is for cookie and cake so sweet. C is for corn that cows like to eat. C is for corn that cows like to eat. I had corn for dinner yesterday. Letter C. Let's find out what's in here. I'm anxious to find out if you predicted some of the things that are in my can that begins with the sound that C makes. Uppercase C and lowercase c. We have to have letter C inside our can of C words, right? C is for cookie. K, k, cookie. Did you guess cookie? Here is the word cookie. Cookie begins with C. C is for corn. K, k, corn. Here is the word corn. Corn begins with the letter C. Cat. Cat also begins with the letter C. Cat. Cat. Cow begins with the letter C. K, k, cow. Cow. Mmm. And C is for chocolate cake. Cake. Cake begins with the letter C. There is the word cake. Are you ready to sing our words? Here we go. C is for cake. K, k, cake. C is for cow. K, k, cow. Moo. I couldn't resist. C is for cat. K, k, cat. Meow. C is for corn. K, k, corn. C is for cookie. K, k, cookie. Now you know what C sounds like. Now you know what C sounds like. K, 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 k. Did you think of some other words that began with the sound that C makes? Words that we didn't find in our C soup? Tell somebody at your house what those words are. Letter C. Letter C. C is for caterpillar, but C is for a lot of other things too, right? I'll see you later.